Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Man-Thing March! Oh, boy!
That's right, kids. One time wasn't enough. Will Hellfire need more Man-Thing.
As you do.
Hey-oh. All right, anyway, kids, welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, let's call her the nexus of all realities because she attracts all those Man-Things down in Florida.
Duh, Will Hellfire.
Wow, my shoulder. I really stretched for that one. Anyway, part 2, Man-Thing March, we will be we're going to be doing a Marvel Team Up 122. So guess who's in that one? Man-Thing. And then we'll cover this week's new Spider-Man issues. All of them. Oh, and
Who do you think he is, Batman?
And for those of you who can't get enough Man-Thing, yes, Charlie Esser and I will be doing Man-Thing on Super Connectivity. Episode 382. And
I wasn't consulted because...
I was just trying to keep the branding going. You can join us if you want.
No.
Charlie
you
Esser,
boys have enough fun without me.
Charlie Esser assigned me that R.L. Stein, I guess, Man-Thing series. So.
Oh, cool.
Yes. And kids, it's all the episodes, well, most of the episodes this month of Ultimate Spider Cast, and we'll sneak in a the Devil You Know episode with Man-Thing. So someone's trying to sneak it in. Lilith, you're almost ready for your third page of drops.
It's okay. I'm gonna start drinking again. It'll be all right.
Really? Why? Just the dull the pain.
Somebody was trying to sneak it in.
All right, kids. So should we get to the first? Should we get to our classic issue?
Let's do it.
I guess what I'm saying is, are you ready for the Man-Thing, Lilith Hellfire?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh my.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Oh.
Very hard, very tempting.
That's right. All right. So.
Okay, let's continue. Good old J.M.D. Mateus.
Yes, that's right. Marvel Team Up 122, Spider-Man. We're continuing Man-Thing March. So Marvel Team Up 122, October 1982. A simple twist of fate.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait till you get that joke, kids. All right, yes, writer, friend of the show, Mr. J.M.D. Mateus, who's written pretty much every major Marvel and DC character, so an impressive friend to have.
This is J.M.D. Mateus, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Yeah, boy. Penciler, Carrie. Yeah, look at us. Carrie Gamble, penciler. Mike Esposito, inker. Bob Sharon, colorist. Diane Elbers, letterer. And Tom DeFalco, editor.
Hey, DeFalco.
Hey. What was that? DeFalco meets that one time?
Baloney. DeFalco baloney.
The baloney, yes. All right. The Man-Thing shambles across his home in the Florida Everglades when suddenly his attention stumbling around the drunken haze like someone I know. When his attention is suddenly drawn to a mystical portal that suddenly opens. Emerging from it is the mystic known as Ian Fate.
Dear DC, come get your money. Come get your money. Got to do with the name of Fate opening portals. Come get your money.
I mean, so that's what I was going to say. Is this like some relative of Dr. Fate who needs to work. I don't know.
Who got stuck on the other side of the of the comic divide?
Lost in the multiverse. Because these live action Marvel and DC seem to love the multiverse these days.
Please let Wanda kill Doctor Strange. Please let Wanda kill Doctor Strange.
Who are you, Clea? Okay, you're the new Doctor Strange. And stay tuned for our talk with Jen McKay, kids.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, whoa. Fate notices the Man-Thing and senses the creature's pain. Feeling sorry for the muck monster, Fate encourages it to follow him while he tells it his story. Do you ever encourage a Man-Thing by telling it a story, Lilith Hellfire?
No, I just yell at it.
Oh!
It's fight or flight, baby. It's fight or flight.
Sink or swim. Go ahead, throw it in.
Go ahead, throw it in.
Thank you, Rex. He tells the Man-Thing how he was a journalist who was devoted to his family until they were killed in a car bomb set by a mercenary named Eric Payne.
Was it Frank Castle?
No, it's even more.
Not using mercy bombs today, baby.
A mercenary named Eric Payne, except it's Payne.
Oh, we know. We know.
Seeking revenge, Fate began studying black magic. Eventually, he learned that Payne was operating as the costume hero known as Devil Slayer. Don't worry, kids.
He wishes.
That.
That's Matt Murdock's nickname for the from the ladies.
Oh. Tap. Oh my lord. Well, if you keep
Tapping my way downtown. In more ways than one.
Hey-o. He used his magical powers to try and destroy his foe, but was defeated by his allies, the Defenders.
Boom! Tomato.
Well, no, come on. Demon Taste is getting his shekel. Come on.
I know, you can't fault a man, but boo!
Fate explains that he found insanity, and when Doctor Strange turned him over to a psychiatrist, he bided his time until mystic forces were in alignment in their proper place to use his powers to escape. Wasn't that what Cosby was trying to do?
Oh my god, I just got done watching that episode of South Park, and I was just like,
what, Bill Cosby?
It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Good thing you had your integrity, huh?
Yeah, the before times when we actually got South Park episodes and not just specials.
More than two a year, yeah. His thoughts muddled, Ian decides that he will use his power to end suffering. Seeing a kindred spirit in the Man-Thing, he takes the muck monster along with him on his quest to set mankind free. So I need a good Man-Thing. I love Hellfire.
Maybe.
This is like that Juggernaut episode we did on Patreon. Every time the Man-Thing gets mentioned, I'm like, hey, Man-Thing, hello.
He's a Man-Thing, baby.
A giant-sized Man-Thing. Meanwhile, in New York City, at the offices of the Daily Bugle, Peter Parker is selling photos of the elderly for a Daily Bugle piece on the plight of the elderly in the city. Now he's
somebody come get my Aunt May. Somebody come put her in a home.
Taking advantage of the elderly. Oh wait, I have a job for that.
And I'm visiting nursing homes with bad intentions.
Why do we have a drop for everything?
We're the best. No one's ever going to keep us down. Peter Parker is selling photos of the elderly for a Daily Bugle. Yeah. While Joe Robertson is impressed with Peter's photos and concept, J. Jonah Jameson is skeptical until he takes a look at the photos himself. Satisfied with the work, Jameson tells Joe to write up Peter a voucher for the shots. Shortly, Peter is walking down the street, completely preoccupied with the amount of money he just made.
We need the money. Gimme.
That he doesn't notice a crosswalk changing. Peter is almost hit by a car, but his spider sense warns him quickly enough to allow him to jump out of the way. This is witnessed by many people on the street. Realizing that he is about to blow his secret identity, Peter bolts off before anyone can get a good look at his face.
Baby, it's New York in the 80s. Ain't nobody paying attention to you.
And most of the 99% of the superhero activity is concentrated in New York City. They might think, oh, a superhero, but they're not going to pin it to Spider-Man. Oh my God, how funny would that be if they were like, there was a big headline, Peter Parker is Daredevil.
Matt's like, all right, that works for me. And then he goes around wearing the shirt, not Daredevil.
Oh, yes.
Tap, tap, tapping my way downtown. Get the bag on your head, Peter. You're welcome.
Hey-oh. How many times have you yelled that?
None of your business.
Peter bolts off before anyone can get a good look at his face. Around the corner, he runs into Ian Fate and the Man-Thing, disguised in clothing.
He's a Man-Thing, baby.
You know, one of them Ben Grimm specials, the giant trench coat and like that size 23 fedora.
They're keeping Big and Tall store in business, okay?
Oh, the big and real, you know, the really very
Boulder.
They do good business in the Marvel universe. Fate asks Parker where the Daily Bugle building is located, and Peter sends them in the right direction. He finds the pair odd, but not all that strange for New York.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, Lilith. Do you think maybe he thought they were from New Jersey?
If he did, he would have webbed them up, because that is the hive of scum and villainy, after all.
Exactly. That is until he sees that the brute accompanying Fate is leaving a trail of slime in his wake. Don't
Poor
judge.
little muck monster.
Don't judge against New York. With his spider sense, oh God, with his spider sense tingling.
Gee,
finally,
you think, Peter? You think?
It's ting ting tingle-lid, ting ting tingle-lid.
the Peter tingle.
It's ting ting tingle-lid, ting ting tingle.
No, not that Peter Tingle, the other Peter Tingle.
Whoa.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Peter decides to check it out. He slips into a nearby restaurant washroom to change into Spider-Man and follow after them. I know the best bathroom.
He's been smoking a doobie. He's a little off his game today.
I know, man.
He was partying with Mary Jane a little too late last night.
Smoked a doobie.
I was gonna say, I know the best bathrooms in the city, Jerry. Ask me anywhere.
Yo, there's a TikTok actually dedicated to the best bathrooms in like Times Square. It's wild. I don't know how I ended up on that part of TikTok, but it's wild.
Did you live on TikTok?
Well, you know, usually TikTok thinks I'm a lesbian who's into frogs. I don't know, but I ended up on New York bathroom TikTok. I don't know how. I don't know whether to be excited or horny or both. That's my perpetual state. Yep.
Our fans are gonna love these new jobs. See, kids, this is what happens when I have a couple days of time, you know.
Damn it, Danielle, why didn't you make them mow the lawn or shovel the snow? Where the hell y'all got going up there? Going on up north? Come on, get your head out of your butt, buddy.
At that moment, Ian Fate and the Man-Thing are in the Bugle offices looking for J. Jonah Jameson. At first, Jameson brushes off the visitor until he recognizes Ian Fate due to his past career as a reporter and welcomes him in
He's
with
like,
open
hey,
arms.
the pre-Eddie Brock.
Oh. You know you got to be in a sorry state if you make Eddie Brock look good. When Jonah asks Ian what he can do, Fate asks for help on his latest project. He then uses his magical powers to reveal the Man-Thing's true form. Yes, reveal that Man-Thing.
Jonah's not into it. He is strictly into the lady bits.
Oh yeah, those ladies. Oh, they love those mustache rides. You know, the Hitler mustache. Causing the Daily Bugle staff to panic. The collective fear puts the Man-Thing into a frenzy, but Fate protects.
Hey, that's why Omni-Man kind of looks like J. Jonah Jameson. I'm just saying.
Told you, it's the J.K. Simmons verse. But Fate protects the Bugle staffers from the Man-Thing's burning touch with mystical shields. Yes, kids.
You know that technically means that the Dick Wolf universe is included in that because he has been on a show in the Dick Wolf universe. Yeah.
The Man-Thing?
Oh.
Oh, Simmons. Yeah.
And Oz is in that world too. Ooh.
Oh,
Watch out, man thing.
Burn, burn.
Talking about his burning touch. As a single woman, I thought you'd want to know all about, bad touch, burning touch.
Burn.
He is leaving a trail of muck everywhere he goes. You might want to just.
It is at this point that Spider-Man arrives and peeks through a nearby window. He is confused seeing the Man-Thing with Ian Fate, but decides to wait and see what is going on. Ian asks Jonah to let him use the Daily Bugle's media platform to help ease suffering in the world. As the medium is
You're not Wanda. You don't have a Chaos Stone. What do you think you're doing here, Fate?
Magic. Jonah wishes he could help, but he thinks that Ian needs help. He explains that a newspaper reports what is, not what could be, and to do what Fate asks.
Oh, honey.
Compromise
Don't come into the future.
Compromise his
40 years into the future.
Compromise his journalistic integrity.
What's that again? I think he died when Walter Cronkite died.
I love how you get like different takes on Jonah. It's like he's all about journalistic integrity, but meanwhile he's like
the genesis of Fox News in the Marvel universe.
That, and then he's hired mad scientists to create the Scorpion and various spider slayers. It's like, okay,
he's a multifaceted, complex man. Okay, Phil. He's morally gray, just like everybody else in New York.
Oh my. Seeing this as yet another betrayal, Fate strikes Jameson, prompting Spider-Man to intervene. Fate strikes back with a mystical bolt that the wall crawler easily dodges. When he fires some webbing at Fate, the villain blocks these with a mystical shield.
He said, "Not in the face, buddy." You gotta take me at least to dinner first. Come on.
Talk about someone trying to get their shekel.
Not in the face.
Hold on.
You hit him right in the face with that sack.
The
only sack I want to be hit in the face with.
By this point, Fate's rage has upset the Man-Thing enough for the muck monster to grab him. Ian reacts to this in fear, causing him to burn at the Man-Thing's touch.
I told you he's a walking UTI. I told you. What are you expecting?
Wrap it up, kids.
Exactly.
Not wanting Fate to die, Spider-Man leaps in to try and stop the Man-Thing, but cannot get a good hold on the muck monster. Don't you hate when you can't get that good grip on that Man-Thing?
Choke that chicken.
What is this? The greatest hits of Lilith Hellfire tonight?
Choke that chicken. Every show. That's every show. What do you mean?
Oh, I know. Well, hey, the kids love it. Oh, our patrons. Shout out to Ray, Russell, and Justin.
Do you like to be paid too? If you do, you should join our Patreon.
And
we'll make drops for you.
And all you freeloaders like Noel.
It's not just for boys.
All right. Eventually, Ian passes out from the pain, and the Man-Thing turns his attention to the fearful emotions coming from J. Jonah Jameson. Spider-Man leaps at the creature, knocking both of them out of the nearby window. Don't they go through the wall? It says.
Yeah.
The stupid online. What?
This is what happens when you crowdsource, okay?
I know. It's when I read someone else's work. I know. As they fall to the street below, Spider-Man discovers that his hands are stuck within the creature. He finally manages to pull his hands free and stop his fall.
I've seen that movie.
Oh! Human Man thing. Stop his fall with a web line as the Man-Thing strikes the street below.
Leaving his muck everywhere.
19 minutes and 14 seconds. Hopefully that's a clean drop. Anyway, on the ground, Spider-Man watches in a surprise as the Man-Thing reforms and starts to shamble away. However, the creature becomes a threat again when the people on the street start to react to the monster in fear.
Saying, Spider-Man...
it's a Man-Thing, baby! Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Remember the Austin Powers?
We still have 2 more movies to do.
I know. We still got to do. Yes, we got to do the second 2. Yeah. Well, 2 and 3. Yeah. Good memories on those movies, huh, kids? Spider-Man leaps in to stop him, and the Man-Thing fights back on instinct. As Spider-Man fights a losing battle in the streets, Ian Fate laments over his inability to teach people to renounce suffering. Jameson talks sense into his former colleague, pointing out that he isn't the same man that people regarded so highly when he was a reporter, including his late wife and child. What really drives this home is when Ian sees the photos that Peter Parker took and realizes that he has caused great wrongs. First, he frees the Daily Bugle staffers, then heads down to the street below to the right to right the wrongs he committed against the Man-Thing. On the streets, the Muck Monster has defeated Spider-Man. Just as the NYPD arrive on the scene, the creature fights back against the cops. But Spider-Man
Captain
pulls them to
Stacy ain't
safety.
around.
What?
It's a good thing Captain Stacy ain't around.
Good thing we let him die. He then uses all his remaining he uses all his remaining strength to fight the Man-Thing.
He got that second burst of energy.
A2 Love. Breaking the creature apart as it weakens the longer it is away from its native swamp. Thinking
You know,
that
that would have been a perfect drop for a certain sponsor, but we don't talk about that sponsor anymore. Man-Thing could use some manscaping, don't you think?
the green muck monster could use the blue pill. That's right. Sponsors, come on. Thinking that he destroyed the Man-Thing, Spider-Man watches as Ian
Or,
Fate
you know,
teleport. What?
Mountain Dew.
Oh yes, Mountain Dew. The choice of Lilith Hellfire. Thinking that he destroyed the Man-Thing, Spider-Man watches as Ian Fate teleports the monster away before he passes out from exhaustion. However, the Man-Thing exhausted him, Lilith.
As you do if you're any good at it.
Oh! However, the Man-Thing has survived as fate brought the creature back to its native habitat. Ian is now convinced that he can change the world by using his power to help himself and the Man-Thing himself.
Boo! Get out of here, Ian! Get out of here, you beat!
I don't know if we ever see him again.
No, we don't.
Because where's that note? Yeah, his I think his one and only other appearance was in Defenders
We never
104.
saw him again. At least I never saw him again because I don't read Defenders. So
I mean, I didn't read them all.
principle.
I don't remember seeing him in any other DeMatteis book. Okay, I mean, I know he was mystical and there was differences and stuff, but they were both DeMatteis characters. Did you get a little bit of Turner D. Century vibes off of him?
A little bit. I wasn't gonna be the one to say it. You know, we have to ask the expert, Matt Kona.
I get it.
So.
Oh yeah, I get. Well, oh, Matt Kona, our Turner D. Century expert. Yes. Oh hey, he may be joining us on our Quantum Zone special Saturday night.
Oh, nice.
Sparkle.
The boys are getting back together.
Tentacles.
One night only.
The boys are back in town.
The yin to Darkhawk's yang.
All right, Lilith Hellfire, what did you think of this session of Man-Thing?
It's okay. I just don't feel like we're getting at the heart of what makes Man-Thing great. The team ups just don't do him justice, but also he's a character that doesn't speak, so I get why we would choose team up issues. So you have a little more action, a little more, outside perspective of what's going on. But he has some really cool moments where everybody's not just pitying him, I guess. And I just can't wait till we get to those issues specifically, I guess. But it's a pretty solid story for a team up, especially in a Marvel team up.
Yeah, true.
During this time.
Yeah. Do you think they should do if they give him his own monthly bulk, team him up with someone, maybe even Howard the Duck or somebody?
Ooh, I mean, they do. They're pretty obscure and would probably work pretty cool together, But he definitely needs a Constantine. I could see that,
Oh yeah.
If you want to go from that perspective, Man-Thing is basically Marvel's version of Swamp Thing. So I could see him having no Abby. We definitely need a John Constantine character. And I think that's what they were shooting for, maybe with Ian Fate or whatever. But I don't think it was received well, and that's why we never saw him again.
Oh yeah, because think about it. Ian Fate, Dr. Fate, but then you get Constantine too. Okay. I see what you're doing, DeMatteis.
And yeah, it was good in theory, but I don't think it was received very well. But I can see if they rebooted it a little bit, you need the mystical stuff of Man-Thing is pretty fun. he is from a horror comic background, and I'd like to like dive back into that a lot more. That's what I hope to see in the future for that character.
Yes,
Get back to the roots of comics,
definitely. But no, I mean, and then this one ends weird because like Spider-Man passes out, and I think they take him to the hospital. So one day we'll have to cover that next issue because it's a Daredevil team up next time. And yes, kids, we do a Daredevil podcast also.
Crossing over with yourself.
Cross the street. Hey, the kids love the multiverse these days. Come on.
Exactly. They're variants over there anyway. It's fine.
Little Hellfire, sweet and innocent over there. Hey,
Can't wait. I can't wait for April.
Very
I got
hard.
a great idea.
April?
Remind me. Yeah, that episode we're doing on the other side.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh my. Cosplay Little Hellfire?
No. It's just gonna be a little in joke that I want for that episode.
Okay.
It could be a cosplay though, if you're into it.
I thought you were about to say I can't wait for July. Whenever every show we do does summer of '69, and all the comics will be.
I mean, obviously that goes without saying.
A whole month, can you do it?
Do you have the stamina?
You always left me satisfied. Oh my god, you have to watch The Office. You have to watch The Office.
No. The only thing I need to know about The Office is it's called hentai and it's an art form. That is the only gif of The Office that I need, okay? Or the oh my god, it's happening. That one. Those two. That's it.
I don't think those are tentacles.
No, well, Steve Carell comes on and says he's giving up comedy, and John Krasinski just keeps saying stuff, trying to get him to say that's what she said. He's like, oh yeah, oh really? You think you can go all? He's like, I'm not going to say it anymore. Oh, you think you can go all day? You always left me satisfied.
Oh god. Oh no, there's a third one. Do you want to form an alliance with me? Absolutely, I do. No, yeah, okay. I think that's the trifecta of The Office.
Yes. Anytime Dwight asks you if you want to form an alliance, you say yes.
Absolutely, I do.
All right, so should we talk some new comics?
Let's talk new comics. We're getting really spoiled, and I don't know how to feel about it.
I know. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Amazing Spider-Man isn't 3 times a month anymore.
Cry about it like the little babies we are.
I wonder if they're going to go back. They were doing 2 for a while. I wonder if they're going to go back down to 2 a month, or if they're going to do the 1 a month.
Hopefully they'll be gentle and weenus. Hey-oh.
Hey-oh. There's a drop.
That was 27:48.
Yeah. All right. So I have 4 books here. So
I have them all. Money's no object when you're not paying for anything.
Argamady, yes.
I'm kidding. Actually, I do buy my Spider-Man books. I do.
Cool.
Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
Let's pull out the book.
And apparently, yes, sir. Bags and bags and boards.
I use them to stuff my couch. I was going to say, we mentioned New Jersey. We mentioned him, man. We're going to summon him.
We're doing me now.
Yeah, he's passed out. It's fine. It's 9:47. He's passed out. One way or the other, he's passed out.
He doesn't sleep, he says.
Then why is he never tweeting? Called out.
Every thought he should be tweeting, he's probably talking to his son Tristan about. All right. I'm sure.
You start?
Did you read Carnage?
Get the worst out of the way? Yeah. Okay.
Carnage Forever #1.
Yeah. Let's talk about this.
I don't know what I was expecting from this. I don't know if I was expecting another Black.
They did for his 30-30. Like,
I know it's like Cletus isn't even in it. I mean, I know the continuity, but I thought they were just going to do like Black, White, and Blood and do like out of continuity stories. But it's only 2 stories in here, and
I guess this is setting up the little either a miniseries or ongoing or something. I guess they're planning. Is it a miniseries? Yeah, tell me it's a miniseries.
I don't know, but yeah, the first story is the Carnage symbiote bonding with a little girl, and then the second one is he bonding with Hydra Man? Who does he think he is, Sandman?
Exactly. He's trying to make his own version of freaking Man Thing over there.
Hey, never go full Man Thing.
Or a little muck monster.
Never go full man thing, right?
Exactly. Unless you want to end up in jail.
Oh boy. I looked this up. The first thing I see is a bleeding cool headline. Carnage #1 ongoing series launches in March 2022.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Come on,
which
Will.
makes sense. It's its 30th anniversary. We have that movie. We have the Sony verse that they're definitely gonna spin out into Symbiote Planet and all that stuff. Like I see it from here. It's very obvious. It's very blatant. And Marvel wants to stay in the good graces with Sony because of Spider-Man. So I can see them kind of hyping this up.
And it's like, hey kids, you love them in Venom too?
But it's nothing. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a gratuitous violence that you'd expect more in a Venom book. Like, I don't know, Carnage hasn't really been that gratuitous in a long time for me. So, I mean, outside of, the red, white, and blood or whatever.
Well, I think they figured out they have to tone it down a little bit because it's like, I don't know. It seems like he's over the top one trick pony when you do that, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Which if they're gonna actually develop him as a character and not just be a bloody punch him up, I have Spawn for that. You know what I mean? And Spawn does it better. No Tino shade. So
exactly. I'm like, okay, for you want to do an ongoing
series, and it's only $2.99. Definitely been holding that line at $2.99 for quite a while. So
cardstock cover $2.99. Come on. But no, the Carnage thing, it's like, if you tone him down, I'm like, I already have a Venom book for that.
Yeah, but I'm a woman, so obviously I like informational murder porn, and the idea of, I want to get back to basics with Cletus Cassidy being a serial killer. I don't like this new continuity. Give me old Carnage. I don't want nothing, no newfangled garbage. Okay, give me the classics. So
women like to see people get murdered.
It's true. It's all informational, though. It's all for our own personal information.
Right in, women. Do you like to see people murdered? You can drop it right on Facebook, right there. Kids.
I mean, look at SVU, look at NCIS, look at the resurgence of CSI. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, look at Diana. I was about to say, look at Diana Marnell.
How to get away with murder? I'm just saying.
Look at Diana Marnell.
Exactly.
Don't be so difficult.
But yeah, this book is weird. It's a one shot, so it's like, I don't know what I was expecting, I guess. One shots are very hit and miss.
Again, I thought it was going to be like Black, White, and Blood. I thought this was like the 30th, anniversary one shot. So we were going to
that's what they were teasing in the little blurb, but it wasn't anything like the blurb.
No, I thought it was going to be a bunch of short stories out of continuity or taking place throughout his continuity, but no.
Yeah.
Cletus wasn't even in it. It was the symbiote.
Exactly. Which, the symbiotes on their own, not very amusing.
Exactly. And if you're going to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the character and you don't have the host in it, again, do it out of continuity. It doesn't have to take place right now. I know Cletus is out of it right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, if the stories were fine, if you weren't expecting, what we were expecting, I think if you just like the symbiote, this is the book for you. I don't know who just likes the symbiote, but.
And I can't wait to see what they do. That numbers on that miniseries, that Venom Lethal Protector that takes place back in the 90s.
Everything, all roads lead back to the 90s. It is nostalgia overload, baby.
I can't wait to see what kind of numbers that thing does.
It's gonna go off the chart because that book is for the movie people. I guarantee you, they're gonna eat that crap up.
Oh, probably.
Not that it's gonna be crap, but you know what I mean. I have a lot of high hopes for that book.
They're shooting for them, and they're saying, "Do people want classic Venom?"
Yes, we do. Spoilers.
All right. So should we move on to another book?
Do to your boy Ben.
All right. Oh, you mean the greatest Spider-Man ever? That's right, Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Which book, Lilith Hellfire? Ben Reilly Spider-Man #2 or Amazing Spider-Man #90?
Spider-Man #2 by our good friend J.M. DeMatteis, a theme. Art by David Baldian. Yes.
See, nice timing. Another DeMatteis, yeah.
Like you didn't plan it. Shut up.
I honestly didn't, but it's...
shh. Don't let them know the magic isn't real, Phil.
I mean, bask in the glow of my genius.
Okay, I just like how he is definitely going, it's not like he's going out of the way, but it's effortlessly, presenting the facts that this ain't your mama's Spider-Man. Ben is definitely different, and you're gonna like it.
I
One way
know.
or the other, you're gonna like it.
I mean, he changed a few things from like I think original continuity. I mean, I like it. I mean, Kafka seems to know who Ben and Peter are, and
Scorpion,
Or
a
is
little
that
good cannon fodder.
but is it the real Scorpion?
Does it matter? Cannon fodder is cannon fodder. Everybody's a clone or a life model decoy at this point, or you know what I mean?
Well, it's I'm like, oh my god, I'm like DeMatteis wouldn't do. I mean, it seems like someone like maybe imitating some of these people. I'm like DeMatteis would not do this, would he? I mean, I'm like,
he would do
no,
this.
no. I was gonna say, do you think the whole mastermind behind whatever's going on in this miniseries is Judas Traveler?
No, it's Betty Brant. He heard us, and he made it Betty Brant.
It was me since day one.
Listen, when we pitched to him, like, we don't mind if you steal this idea or if you've already stolen this idea. Just give us 2 weeks.
I would give that wholeheartedly to Mr. DeMatteis, and we're gonna be talking to him soon for on the other side for Justice League stuff. I'm gonna be like, hey, do you want the Spider-Man story? You want something to do with Eclipse Craven's last hunt? 2 words. 3 words. Betty Brant villain.
It was me, Peter. I'm telling you, I need that on a t-shirt, actually.
That's amazing. Spider-Man won.
Show you to freaking, a woman scorned. Think about it. She hooked up with his best friend for nefarious purposes.
Who, Betty?
Well, not his best friend, but, in his circle.
Oh, please. Who didn't you hook up with? Ned Leeds, Flash Thompson?
See? Doesn't it all start? I'm surprised she hadn't tried to hook up with Felicia, to be honest.
Whoa.
And now the times are more... I mean, it's not too late.
Wow.
It's not too late. But no, I like this book. It was fun, for sure. And the action in this book, just chef's kiss. And I really like the relationship between the protagonists. So, and how the plot's progressing. And I'm just like, okay, this is only the second issue. Don't blow your load, sir.
Hell. And of course, he had to have Edward Whalen in it because, hey, Vermin kid.
Exactly. Which, a welcome return.
He's cured. I just heard you there. You're like, oh, really?
Cured.
Yeah.
Kafka is evil. We all know this, so we'll see.
Oh, we'll get there in a couple minutes. And we get Lady Octopus at the end too.
Exactly. But no, I like how he didn't just like swap it in, but he's definitely making like a big, he's showing you, he's differentiating between the two Peters, the two Spider-Mans, and what makes them different and what makes Ben so great. So I like that a lot. Oh yeah,
well, I think we're gonna get that in the current stuffs here soon too.
Yeah, which will be fun. I mean, they've kind of been playing with it, but like I think that they're afraid to go full throttle in the main book, which is why this book is so nice.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think they're laying the groundwork for something. So
obviously, we're it has to be. They're pulling. This is their Batman. We're gonna have 50 different, Black Cat, Mary Jane team, all of that. I guarantee you, we're gonna get all of that. We're going full force into the Spider-Verse, baby. Mark my words.
Tomorrow night, we have to ask Jen McKay. We're like, hey, any more Mary Jane Black Cat team ups?
That was on the top of my list. No worries.
Oh yeah, Moon Knight and Black Cat are on top of my list.
You know me though. I'm like, so does Doctor Strange? You said the title. I've been waiting.
Oh, wait a minute. You rolled over something. Hold on. You said Batman.
I love Batman.
Okay, carry on.
It was his safe space, Philip. How dare you?
Oh, wait, that's right. Ray might hear this.
Ray's definitely gonna hear this. Ray's not gonna hear this.
That's why I think he sent me those 2 new drops. I think we shamed them.
I listened.
I think we shamed them.
I heard you.
We're like Justin sent all those drops. Where's Ray's drops?
Sometimes you just gotta shame an old man. That's just how it is.
Oh,
it's so salty.
Shut up! I'm gonna be his age in like a month here. Shut up.
I know. You're gonna get the jokes too, Grandpa. Number one, Grandpa, though. Number one, Grandpa.
Thank you.
And that's why you have to watch the YouTube.
That's right. All right. So do you want to get the Miles Morales Spider-Man 35?
Oh yeah, we got a Miles Morales this week, huh?
Yep.
No tea, no shade. Just okay.
I mean, battling the
I mean,
obsessor.
you get quantum. Is my eyes glaze over the minute I hear that word if it's not sparkly tentacles. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
no.
well, yeah. I mean, those new Infinity gem wielders that didn't seem to last too long.
The
They tried it.
Assessor and Shift? Like, come on. What are we doing with Miles? He's about to have a whole big ass movie. And it's not that far away. Like, what are we doing? You're making people lose interest. I mean, no tea, no shade.
Well,
what are we doing with the story? I don't care about Miles and beyond because he actually really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Can we just be honest about that? It's Ben and it's Peter. Miles is so far removed. It's not even funny. So, let's stop pretending and give him something else to do.
Well, is that what they're doing at the end here? Because spoilers, he's basically taking a trip through the multiverse, it looks like.
Exactly. I'm just I don't care about any of that. Can we sync up to the movie timeline, please?
I mean, is there some reason we're taking him out of the regular 616?
Well, he doesn't belong there. Honestly, especially with Ben. Y'all know I love Miles. I literally have my Miles shirt on today. But he's more fun outside of the 616. That's just how it is.
Are we making a run to put him back in the Ultimate Universe? Maybe.
I don't think he's gonna be there permanently, but the thing that they did with Gwen that didn't work either. So I think he might just be, Spider-Man on an adventure through time and space. I think that's gonna be his lot in life, and I think that's very exciting. Him and Gwen can team up more easily that way. You know what I mean? We might even expand the cast out and get Porker Parker back and all that stuff. That's what I'm looking for. That's what Miles needs to really make him different and shake it up. That's his brand now.
Well, yeah, of course, because we're probably going to do this the rest of the year because what is that, October or something? We're getting Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Yeah.
And we already got that, the Gwen comic that came out, the Spider-Verse, that Gwen thing, A Road to the Spider-Verse or whatever. And I'm expecting a couple more of those. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, that's his lot in life. And I think that's a very exciting place to be as a Miles fan. And also as a Miles writer, it just opens up so much more potential than, dealing with the mundane of the other two Spider-Mans. I mean, that's the beauty of having, these three guys that are so different. We can do different things. Everything doesn't have to be the same.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Then if he, let's be honest, when he goes off to the West Coast, those adventures are going to be freaking amazing. Mm-hmm. It's so different, And that's what I'm looking forward to the most. I cannot wait. Because he's actually more of a smart ass than Peter. He doesn't really take a lot of guff, and that's my favorite thing about Ben. He just doesn't. Peter's kind of a pushover. He really is.
Especially once they get done with what they seem to be doing in Amazing Spider-Man, which let's get there.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Queen Goblin and her penance there.
I hope she doesn't stick around. I'm going to be honest. It was very gimmicky. I'm going to be honest with you. Queen Goblin's very gimmicky. And I love a good hobble gobble. I do.
Oh, yeah, of course. But I mean, I think they kind of did some meta on that too, because even Peter's like, oh, hey, Queen Goblin rhymes with Green Goblin. Okay.
Just because you lampshade doesn't make it okay.
Gobble, gobble.
But I do think that Patrick Gleason was having a lot of fun with this. He did the art and he wrote the story. So I think that you always have a little bit more leeway in expressing exactly what you want to come across.
How dare you? Patrick Gleason did not do the art. How dare you?
You know what I mean. Mark Bagley was in there too, but he actually helped on the art too on this one. So if you didn't know, you know now. But yeah.
Oh my God, they had. No, it says Bagley pencils, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inkers.
Yeah.
Yikes. I believe it. Was it in the back of this one?
It's a lot of action going on, though. It is.
Hey-oh. I think they said
it gets a lot of action. There, I said it.
Hey-oh. Was it in the back of this issue? I think they said Mark Bagley has penciled Spider-Man more than any other artist ever.
Yes. Which is amazing. That's an amazing little fact. Just like there's the most stories ever written is like about Batman. Sorry, right?
We did how many years on Amazing, and then he did what, like 100 and some issues of Ultimate Spider-Man, and
yeah,
he's come back a few times.
I mean, it's pretty synonymous, honestly.
I know. So yeah, so I mean, we see. I mean, Ben's starting. Ben seems weird. So what are they gonna like take his mind apart and then have to like put it back together? But it's not going to be complete. Like no power, no power, great responsibility in there. Lil.
He raised baggage. The boy deserves it. Honestly, he really truly does deserve to not have that baggage.
I know
that's the worst thing that they ever did to Ben, and I think that they are correcting that, and that's going to be awesome.
At the end there, I didn't know if he was even going to know who he was. Like, who? Well, I was like, oh, Peter.
No, I don't think they can do that. Though. I don't think they can take it that far because then it's like, it's another Miles situation. It's like, well, then now you don't even, you know what I mean? Like, Ben and Peter have a different relationship. Like, he has to kind of know.
I mean, he has the dude's whole body. He has to kind of know.
Exactly. That's what I'm like. They kind of have this tie. It's called their face. They both choke the same chicken,
Oh, jeez. I was gonna say fingerprints and DNA, but okay, well.
Choke that
Same difference. Same difference. Fingerprints and DNA.
The hard was implied.
Oh, that's a classic. But this is a great book.
Come on, Marvel, I need a poster.
Oh, you'll probably get it. Don't you worry. You can always commission somebody to make you a poster.
Oh, that's true. I wonder if Bagley does commissions. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he does. I think all comic book artists actually do.
These days, probably, yeah.
Yeah, definitely these days.
It's probably just a matter of are they available or not.
Probably check his website, see if he actually does commissions.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any more specials, but there's only like 3 more regular issues of Amazing in this arc. So
it seemed like it went by slow but fast at the same time. Like I kind of don't want it to end, but I'm kind of ready for it to. You know what I mean? It's so many possibilities and potential of the things that they're spinning out of this particular arc, and then also we have Devil's Reign kind of coming to a conclusion as well. So it's like all these big things happening to 2 of my favorite Marvel characters. It's wild.
Then Devil's Reign coming to an end, and they're rebooting Daredevil and bringing in that new team of Chip Zdarsky and
Chip never. Now talk about a man that never sleeps, and he gets his tweet in. By the way.
I mean, not only is he going to be on the rebooted Daredevil, but also they announced today Zdarsky's on Batman for the long haul.
So. You're going to break Ray's heart. You're killing him. You're killing independent George, Philip.
A Ray divided by himself cannot stand.
I love Batman.
Oh. You're going to retire that drop when the Moon Knight show comes out, right?
I told you, if he can send me a drop that says, no, unequivocally, I do not love the Batman.
Yeah, it's kind of suspicious he actually hasn't sent that drop in all this time. It is a little suspicious, I will.
Because he sent me other drops because I told you, it seems like we shamed him into sending those 2 drops this last time. But yeah, he hasn't sent a drop that says I do not like the Batman. Even though I've
personally, you know why? He's a good sport. He's not petty or salty like you or I.
I was gonna say, what's he doing with us then?
He's the good triplet.
Yeah.
The Spider Babies.
No, it's Saren, the Spider Baby, and Ray, old man Ray.
Talking about meat so natural for Lilith.
Talking about man thing. Come on, Ray.
It's a man thing, baby. But yeah, I think Amazing was the best book. But
what?
I think Amazing was the best book, but I think it was a tie with Ben Reilly. So I don't know.
Ooh. Oh, so
like they were both great stories, but they gave us very different things.
The Ben Reilly book the Ben Reilly books were tied for your favorite, eh?
Yeah.
One of us.
I told you I don't have a problem with Ben. I just have the problem with that they didn't realize they couldn't pull the trigger when they were doing the plot. It's like, you can't actually pull that trigger, but you should have. It shouldn't have been a bunch of scared babies.
Whoa.
I mean, at the end of the day, I get the decision at like the executive level, but I think it would like I want to go to that timeline where they actually did pull the trigger and see what that looks like. And now it's Peter just coming back from 30 years of retirement.
I had the craziest thought. Was it yesterday? I was like, "Oh my god, what would happen if they were like, hey, you were right the first time. Ben is the original Peter Parker. They did that now."
I mean, I think management actually has the balls to do it, but I don't think they will do it just because they're so like with the invention of social media now is so instantly reactionary. I don't think that they would want to do it. They could absolutely do it, and the people up at the top, they have the balls to do it, but at the end of the day, it is about money, and that might alienate the main faction. You know what I mean?
True. But I was gonna say it's easier to do it now because that
they could do a what if though.
I mean, that marriage isn't there now, so it's a little easier to. But yeah, money.
We need the money. Gimme.
They're owned by Disney, so. The mouse is not even for calculated risk. They want guarantees. They're not, flying by the seat of their pants like good old Warner Brothers over there. What a mess. With the exception of Peacemaker and like the Harley Quinn show. What a mess.
I know. Pretty sad when it's can't count on Batman or Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, my child. If I had to go back in time and tell like 15-year-old me that, yeah, you're gonna get a Justice League, but you ain't gonna like it. You might as well just keep the Smallville one in your heart and hold it tight. Absolute Justice still better than a freaking multi-million-dollar production. Fight me, I do not care.
Please,
better than Arrow versus Justice League as well. I don't care. I will die on that hill.
Please, if Lilith could go back and talk to her 15-year-old self, her 15-year-old self would be, "Can you buy me beer?"
I already knew people to buy me beer. Zima's, buddy. Zima's. Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh, God. You were one of those. Okay.
No. Actually, it wasn't Zima's. Bacardi Silver's and Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's all the girls. Oh, or what are those wine coolers? The Bartley B wine coolers or whatever.
Arlen James.
Yeah. Those were the only things that I really drank in vodka. So.
Well, how times have changed.
Yeah, now I drink, vodka, whiskey.
Mainlines it. All right, are we done?
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to talk on capes.
Yes. Week. Jed McKay, episode 250.
Suck it! 250!
And I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to talk it anywhere, but you should read Ghost Rider #1. I liked it.
Why should I read it?
It's kind of like a back to basics thing. It kind of reminds me of like those last couple issues that JMD Mateus, see the thread, did on that original series. But there's kind of like a twist. So I was like, oh, okay. It's something different.
I'll see what I do when I do Saturday. I do my secondary comic book run Saturdays, so I will check that out.
She's like, got to make the beta run on a Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. It's mostly like dollar bin and variant cover hunting. So,
but no, I thought they there was a little twist, and I thought they did. It's not anything they've done in the last couple times. So I really liked it.
Does it smell like a movie reboot potential?
No, I don't think they could use that for a movie, but it.
Okay, good. Enough said. Yeah. Sold.
Enough said. All right, unless they steer completely into the skid. All right, kids. So Man Thing March, March is on.
March is on. Help me a Coke.
Next week, we'll be talking Marvel Team Up #4 from 1997,
and finally, I was alive.
And drunk, but finally, I believe we're gonna get the Devil's Reign. God. And I think we're finally going to get the Devil's Reign Spider-Man issue, so it's going to be a twofer. It might be a Man Thing March and a Devil's Reign crossover.
Okay.
What?
They're breaking my heart, man.
Ben Reilly's going to punch the Rose in the face. Come on.
Oh, true. Thank you for the
Cover-
reminder.
I hope he's missing that great power, great responsibility. And, you know, is Ben Reilly going to go full? I ain't going to kill you, but I don't have to save you, kid.
Like, honestly, though, can we talk about the pent up anger that Peter has? Like, that kid's a menace when he wants to be. Like, when he loses it, that kid snaps out. Seriously. Like, the movie shows that perfectly. Like, hell yeah, he has had his moments.
That's why I'm so intrigued to see what they do with Ben, because, yeah, if they take out that great power, great responsibility, that's going to change.
J. Jonah Jameson was right then. Spider-Man's a menace.
I know.
You're unfriendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
But if they take out great power, great responsibility, but then if Ben doesn't have that pent up anger either, you know.
Yeah, that's totally like the possibilities are endless, and I can't wait. It's gonna be great to have a different perspective on a Spider-Man that's not Miles or Peter. So
yeah, come on, Hollywood Reilly, come on.
Come on, sweatpants.
Oh my. All right, kids. So then next time we'll we'll do that. The Marvel Team Up 4 and Devil's Reign Spider-Man 1, as long as Marvel didn't screw us again. And then in 2 weeks, Peter Parker Spider-Man 1999 Annual number 1 for more Man Thing, because Lilith demanded it.
Get your thing, man.
And then of course, not Man Thing, but of course we round out the month with the sausage. So yes,
sausage.
Ray and I, yes, and special guest Dave Finn may be back to cover Spider-Man Team Up number 2 with this Ben Reilly and the Silver Surfer.
Sausage.
Hey, if you want to join us on a Sunday, I don't know the date yet.
I can't get up that early. I refuse.
Just stay up and don't go to bed a little.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see how drunk I am at 7 in the morning on a Sunday.
Asked him about a Saturday night, he couldn't, so I was like, okay.
I figured as much. We'll see how drunk I am on a Sunday morning. We'll see. I'll set the alarm Sunday. I'll see what happens.
The crypt. Oh God. All right, kids. So yeah, send your thoughts on all this upcoming goodness or what we covered tonight. Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Ultimate Spidercast on Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows we do. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, man, the Annie Chang interview from Peacemaker is blowing up. I think we're closing. We may hit 4,000 views soon. So
nice. We really got to send her that T-shirt.
I know, man. We got to.
And some Archie comics.
By Roger Patrick. See, check out the interview for that joke. All right, yeah. So subscribe to the YouTube. If you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. Most importantly, once again, we're out here on our own, selling pictures to the Bugle to survive. So, $3 to $5 gets you the exclusive content, early access to creator interviews. Mr. DG Chichester every month talking to me and Lilith about one of his comic creations.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
Always.
Chichester chats.
You got to send me a jingle I could play every month. All right. And only on the Patreon, the superhero movie brackets, round 2 is about to begin. So subscribe, catch up, and be there when we crown. You could say you were there the day we crowned the worst superhero movie of all time. History in the making.
I can't wait till we do the best comic book movie. I'll feel better.
What?
Waiting through the crap, boy. I'm so drunk. I played the drinking game for our new one, so I almost died.
Did you?
Not really. You know, I got that iron cast, liver.
I'm going to have to talk to Kristen and be like, you can't tempt Lilith like that. All right, or if you want to pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch, you can find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Lilith Hellfire, if people want to talk to you about man things and symbiotes, where can people find you?
If you want to talk about quantum sparkly tentacles or man and their things, find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, making all the comments on every post. Your post could be next at Lilith Hellfire69. Duh. Come. Big finish. Jazz hands.
Oh my.
Very hard, very tempting. Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
What are you saying? The big finish?
The big finish.
Jazz hands. See, Ray, you gotta add the jazz hands.
Go ahead, throw it in.
All right, kids.
Good old Captain Tank Top.
The original Captain Sweatpants. All right, kids. Yes, join us next week for more Man Thing March.
Man Thing March! Oh, boy!
Yes, next week. Yes, the 19. Wait, oh yeah, Marvel Team Up 4 from 1997, and hopefully Devil's Reign Spider-Man, which we should have had already.
They keep us guessing.
We need more Fed Rally, damn it! But until then, swing on back.
Flip, 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 and Man Thing March marches on.
Giant size.